Getting close to game time in South Florida. Yankees baseball is next. MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball brings us to the great state of Florida and Marlins Park in Miami. Tonight it's a spring training matchup between the Yankees and the Miami Marlins. So now let's take a look at Joe Girardi's lineup for the visiting Yankees. Eric, who should we keep an eye on?
Well, you still got to look out for Carlos Beltran these days. He always seems to come through in the clutch. Doesn't let the pressure of a big situation get to him, whether it's the first inning with nobody out or the ninth inning with 2 outs. His approach doesn't change, and that's a big reason why he delivers so often.
Adam Conley, the southpaw out of the state of Washington, will be the starter. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, not one of his better outings in his last start. Gave up double-digit hits and really looked like he was throwing batting practice. Gonna have to be better in this one.
With a moment now, let's give you a look at the Miami D. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, remember, this manager has not jumped on board with all the defensive shifts. Still that old school mentality, plays guys straight up, so we'll see how that impacts this game.
Didi Gregorius strides forward, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Number 18.
First pitch of the night is over for strike one as we get started right on time at 7:10 p.m.
First pitch, 7:10.
And he lays off for ball one. Weather shouldn't be much of a factor. 71 degrees here at game time. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Pulled toward right center field. Ichiro has a play, makes the play, 1 away.
Yeah, an easy fly ball there to start the ball game. One of the big keys for him in this one is going to be keeping that leadoff man off base. He's off to a good start here.
Digging in the switch hitter, Aaron Hicks, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. To short, hit hard. Echeverria has it. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Batting third, right fielder, Carlos Beltran.
Carlos Beltran gets his first opportunity now in the top of the first with nobody on. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Hard liner toward short. But this won't get by the shortstop as he's there to take it in for the 3rd out. So the Yanks go 1-2-3. Now the Marlins will see what they can do. No score. Time now for a glance at the Marlins lineup card in this one. What's the key to sending fans home smiling tonight, Steve?
Well, I think they have to understand where they're playing. This is a great pitcher's ballpark, so you're not going to go out there trying to hit the light towers with everything you swing at. Make solid contact, move the line, and play a little bit more small ball.
Luis Severino will be the starter in this one for the Yankees. What's your take on him, EK?
Well, remember, guys, he's a young pitcher, still garnering a lot of experience, and he has a lot of upside. If he continues to improve, he's going to be around this league for a very long time. I can't wait to watch him in this one.
Now that we have a chance, let's give you a look at the Yankees defense. It's brought to us by Majestic. Eric?
Well, guys, Didi Gregorius has established himself as one of the finest defensive shortstops in the league. His range, absolutely unreal. His arm could qualify as a deadly weapon. Instincts are second to none. That makes him a complete shortstop.
D. Gordon comes to the plate to lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
D. Gordon.
In there, no balls and a strike. Try to bunt his way on base here, but this will roll foul. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Filthy changeup that time, but he's able to make contact, and he'll get another chance. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. And a check swing here, but the bat clearly breaks the plane as he's set down for the first out.
Well, let's take a look at this check swing here in show motion. From this speed, it almost always looks like the guy goes around. Here, yeah, it looked like a good call down there at third base. I think that bat did break the plane, and that is a strike.
In is Christian Yelich. As he'll take a look at ball one.
Ball one, no strikes.
A little too much elevation. That could come back to bite him.
And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Working the plate, Rusty Valentine.
Well, guys, the book on Rusty is that he can sometimes have a tall strike zone. Pretty consistent, though.
1-2. Here it comes. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're two down.
Yeah, make it back-to-back strikeouts here to start the inning. So much for the top of the lineup setting the table.
Justin Bohr gets his first cuts now. The bases are empty, and there are two away here in the opening frame.
Yeah, nothing doing so far here. He kind of needs to put up a tough at-bat right here just to make this guy work a little bit.
And that's cut on and missed. 0-1.
Well, if these guys indeed want to get themselves a win here on the road, they're going to need a big pitching performance. And this has been a very strong first inning to this point.
Late decision to swing that time, and as a result, it's 0-2. Very difficult to get on top of a pitch when it's coming in that high.
Darn near impossible when it's coming at you in the high 90s. You just can't get your hands up there fast enough to stay on top.
Inside, as that perhaps will back him off a bit. 1-2.
And that's the right spot for that slider. Really try hard to tie him up inside. And that's a good job to lay off, too.
Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball. Still 2-2. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
And that's a pitch you have to lay off right there. That tight slider busting down and out of the zone. All that can...
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're off to the second, scoreless on the show. Alex Rodriguez, the third baseman, makes his way to the plate. He'll get us started here in the top of the second.
And this is a guy that can make a big change in this game with one swing of the bat, because you know he has big-time power.
Into the windup and the pitch. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. This is skied out to deep center field. Yelich going back. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Boy, I thought at first that this was going to be a tougher play than it wound up being. You can see him turn and run straight back towards the wall here in center field, but he gets back there in plenty of time to make the play.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann. And she'll take a changeup here for strike one.
And he's probably not going to throw too many first pitch changeups. That's a pretty darn good call.
Still looking for our first hit in the ball game. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
He's found a pretty nice rhythm out here early on.
In the air toward deep right field. Ichiro racing back, and just short of a home run. This ball's off the wall.
It's kind of a surprise to me that he wouldn't try to go for two on this play. I don't know if he got caught up in his home run trot a little bit too early or what. He's going to wind up on first base here with a single off the wall.
Greg Bird takes his first shot here with the runner at first now and one away. He's set. Here it comes. And there's his strike right down the heart of the plate. 0-1.
And you know, I think it's going to be important that when guys get their pitches, they take advantage. There it looked like he was taken all the way, and he may not get another pitch that catches that much of the plate.
Here's the pitch. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
And I know it's your first at-bat of the ball game and you want to work the count a little, but those were two pretty good pitches to have a rip at.
Oh, and 2, here it comes. Hard liner to center field, and that'll get down for a base hit.
Well, he wasn't able to do anything with those two off-speed pitches he saw, but the one fastball he gets, he jumps all over that one. And that's what you've got to do. You might get one pitch in an at-bat that you can handle, and he was able to make it count here.
Here's Starlin Castro. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball one.
Ball one, no strike.
Here it comes, 1-0. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Can't keep the weight back, and he falls behind 1-2. No score here as we play inning number 2. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. After it is Yelich. He gets there to put it away, but the runner tags and breaks for third. And he'll make it up safely to third, so they're at the corners now with 2 men out.
A little bit of a risk there with 2 away. You don't want to run yourself into a double play to end the inning, but he's able to make it up there, and that puts runners on the corners now with 2 outs.
Dustin Ackley gets a shot now with deuces all around. 2 on, 2 out here in inning number 2. First pitch coming. Here it is. Shot toward right center. Yelich is there, and he puts this one away for the 3rd out. So a great job there of working out a potential trouble. Yanks strand a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Marcell Ozuna strides into the box now to lead off the home half of the 2nd inning.
Marcell Ozuna.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
And, you know, if you're going to challenge a guy up in the zone with a fastball, why not do it on the first pitch? A lot of times he's going to be taken anyway, and you just bought yourself a strike that you can now throw anything off of.
Oh, and you talk about a pitcher getting the benefit of the doubt. That's low, but called a strike anyway. Nothing in 2 now.
Yeah, he came with a little bit of a different look that time. This pitch is also in there knee high, and now they've got him behind in the count, 0-2.
Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Well, pitching like this deserves another look through as we check out the last 4 batters on show track. Here he was striking out the side the previous inning, and he starts things off here with another one. That's 4 in a row now.
Martin Prado now. Fastball. Whoa, look out. That just about got him in the coconut.
He did not like that one bit. You know, it's one thing to work in with the hard stuff, but don't do it around the dome.
Ripped down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Batting 6th, right fielder, Ichiro.
At the plate, Ichiro Suzuki. He'll get to take his first cuts here. First offering on its way. Swing, and he pops him up over toward foul territory. And he'll put this one away in foul territory for the 2nd out.
You see here on show track, that pitch up and in just ties him in knots. You leave that out over the plate, you'll be in trouble, but if you can locate there, things will be just fine.
Standing in now, JT Realmuto, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike.
And you know, he's a guy that's definitely going to attack you with the fastball. He's got a good one, so why not?
Now a throw over to first, and the runner will get back standing. Bottom of the 2nd here with no score. Swing and a liner, but a foul ball. A pause and the 0-2. And another foul ball. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. A runner on first with 2 away. Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. Some of our nation's young minds and future leaders here in attendance. Yikes. More to come from Marlins Park right after this. Luis Severino set to lead off the third. 9-1-2 due up.
Well, you know it's always a tough inning when your pitcher leads off for you, because most of the time the guys just flat out can't hit. But who knows? Maybe he can get something started here and help himself out.
Pulls the string on that one. 1 strike. Hit high in the air down the right field line. 1 away here to begin the third.
Well, it's always nice to get the inning started against the pitcher, and he sets him down easily for the first out of the third.
Didi Gregorius will get a second crack at it here. He flied out to lead off the ball game.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Flipped out the other way towards short, but right at the shortstop for the second out.
Well, this is just kind of a little soft humpback liner, and these look like the easiest plays in the world, but Eric will tell you, sometimes a ball can knuckle on you a little bit. It didn't happen to him right there, and that's an easy play.
As the changeup to him drops in there for the first strike. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Yelich is under it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Home half of the third coming up. No score. Adeiny Echeverria takes into the box in the bottom of inning number 3.
The shortstop, Adeiny Echeverria.
And he'll hold off on the slider here to start the at-bat. It's ball 1. Now a half swing here as he wanted to pull it back, but he does so too late. It's strike 1. And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Swing and a miss as he starts the third the same way he ended the second, with a punch out, 1 away.
Well, some guys use the fastball to get to 2 strikes and then use something else to get you out. Not this guy. He works backwards here and winds up getting him with back-to-back fastballs in the end.
Into the box now, Adam Conley. As he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty, it's strike 1. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Now a fastball that's taken close that time, but it's 1-1. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. And he takes a cold strike 2. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2. And he is in complete control now. 7 strikeouts as this is swung on and missed for the second out.
1 out away now from 3 full scoreless innings, and both pitchers are working both inside, outside, up and down. Looking solid here to start this ball game.
D. Gordon will dig in now. A dangerous hitter indeed as the National League's reigning batting champion. Now here's a slider that can't quite get back to the outside corner. It's ball 1.
And that's where, if I'm pitching, I just pour a fastball in there. You got to figure he'd be taking to give his pitcher a second or two to get himself together over in the dugout.
The windup and the 1-0 pitch. And this winds up inside for a ball. 2-0 now.
This is a good approach when you're facing a pitcher you're not too familiar with. So take a look at a few and see what he's got.
Here comes the 2-0 pitch. Chopped foul right at home plate. It's strike 1. Fastball is looked at for strike 2.
A little conviction behind that fastball.
Looking to set down the side on strikes. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. Miami down in order. We'll head to the 4th, still scoreless. Carlos Beltran is ready here as we begin the top of the 4th.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
First pitch is a changeup for a called strike. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the 4th inning. 0-0.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
Smoked on the ground left side. Throw to first in time. 1 gone here in the 4th.
The third baseman, number 13, Alex Rodriguez.
Digging in to try it again, Alex Rodriguez. He flew out in his last at-bat. Here comes the first pitch. Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Here's the 0-2. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Here it comes, 0-2. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. He goes the other way as this is hit in the air toward the gap in right center. In there, a base hit. And he's in there safely. He's got a double.
Well, I think this was a little bit of a gamble from my perspective. I had a feeling that he'd take a big turn around first and then hold on, but he was having none of that. He's smelling 2 all the way, and he's going to make it there with a hustle double.
Here's the catcher, Brian McCann, as he'll take a look at a strike right down the middle. It's 0-1.
You know, I can't help but notice how much he's getting ahead of the hitters right now. I'm told he's throwing around 80% first pitch strikes. That's way above average.
Now a swing and a ball popped high in the air over toward foul ground. Oh, and a fine play there as he ranges back to put this one away. Not an easy play by any means, and there are 2 gone.
Wow, tough play.
Greg Bird.
In now, Greg Bird. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. This is pulled into right, and Ichiro can't get it. A base hit, and the runner at third will put the brakes on here as they didn't want to chance it even with 2 outs.
Things are starting to click for him now. 2 for 2 in the ball game. Regular season, here I come.
Starlin Castro gets a shot here with 2 on and 2 out here in the 4th.
And a big 2-out at-bat right here. You know, it's still early in this game, but you don't want to have to look back on this as a major missed opportunity later on.
First delivery to him on the way. Drilled on the ground to short. Backhanded. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. A golden opportunity to get on the board here goes for naught. More spring training baseball from Florida following this. Christian Yelich will stand in now to lead things off, and he'll do so against a guy who's definitely in a groove out there.
Yeah, he struck out the side his last time through, and they've got to do something to get this guy out of the role that he's been on.
He'll start him here with a changeup, but it's taken for ball 1.
Sometimes all it takes is just one call to go against you, like that one right there, and then you get yourself out of your own rhythm. You got to be able to put that behind you and move on.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Heading for second is Yelich. And he will get in there safely with a double to start the home 4th.
Well, that was a slider, but he didn't seem to have too much trouble with that one. He rips this right down the line. He'll wind up making it into second with a leadoff double.
Now to the plate, Justin Bour. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Well, at the very least, he went down hacking. Striking out is one of the many frustrations that go along with hitting, and you have to accept that it's going to happen sometimes.
Took a little off, and it's in for a called strike 1. A 1 pitch on its way. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Now a spin and a throw back to second, and he's back standing. One and one, here it comes. And this is taken for a called strike. Oh, that's a tough call. Now 1-2.
Yeah, and it's hard to look for a changeup there, especially when a guy's got a good live fastball.
No one out with a runner at second. That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Just out in front of that one, still 2-2. Set to deal on 2-2. Chop foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. He's set. Here's the 2-2. And he reaches for one out of the zone and misses rather badly for the first out.
You know, and this is one of the few downsides to being a guy with tremendous strength at the plate. Once you get that thing started, it's really hard to put on the brakes. He winds up breaking the plane right here, and that's strike three.
Here's Marcell Ozuna. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. Changed things up on him, and he got him to swing through it. 1-2 now.
Boy, when he's got that thing going good, it just takes a nosedive right at the end.
And you can tell he wanted to hold off, but he swings through the inside pitch anyway, and he becomes out number 2. So after getting the strikeout on the fastball, not a bad time to check out our pitch speed comparison for our two starters. And whoa, look at that for a top speed. 98 miles an hour. That man is flat dealing. In now, Martin Prado. He singled his last time up.
And they take another single right here, too, no doubt. Runner in scoring position, so any ball into the outfield probably gets him home.
First pitch of the at-bat. And he gets ahead here with the fastball. Strike one. The 0-1 on its way. Right by him here, and he's set up for another strikeout here. The count to 0-2.
Oh, tough pitches here, back to back. And now he's not going to give him anything good with a runner at second base.
smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now.
A good high fastball. Maybe something to try and change the eye level there. And now I might anticipate another slider down in the zone, maybe even in the dirt.
A throw behind the runner at second, but the runner's back easily.
Simple throw over there.
A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. The 1-2 offering looked like a slider that time, but it's 2-2.
And when he's down 0-2, he's smart enough to know guys are going to try and get him to chase. So now at 2-2, he's got himself back to a spot where he doesn't have to go after a pitcher's pitch.
A shot down the first baseline. And he whips on it as this ball's right under his glove. And they're going to take a 1-0 lead as the run comes across to score.
Yeah, this ball might have caught him in between hops. He might have been unsure which way to turn his glove, over or under the ball. Instead, it just goes right through him.
Here's Ichiro now. As he'll swing and lift a foul ball off to the left and out of play. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. The 0-2 pitch. Another one sent foul. Oh, and 2 count. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So 1 run on 1 hit, 1 Yankee error, and a runner left on. We played 4 full. The Marlins lead this one 1-0. Dustin Ackley heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
And right here is an important time for them to climb back into this one. They definitely want to even this one up sooner rather than later.
Starts him out with a changeup for a strike. He pulls this one into right, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Yeah, an ideal setup here with the pitcher on deck. He comes through with a solid single to start things out, and now you give your pitcher a chance to bunt you over and make a productive out.
The pitcher, Luis Severino, steps up to the plate in a sacrifice situation, so let's see if that is indeed on right here.
Textbook sack situation here, guys.
Looking to bunt here, but he can't connect, and that's the first strike.
Yeah, no surprise they had him squaring right there, and I figure he'll get 2 more shots to get it down.
Showing bunt, but he winds up taking ball 1. No runs, 5 hits, and 1 error on the Yankee line score so far. And they'll indeed have the pitcher squaring around as he puts this one down. And good hustle to get over and tag him for the out.
Well, this is a nice job here of giving himself up. You see him square and put this ball down over toward the right side of the infield, and that's just where you want it to be. They do put the tag on him, but, hey, he gets the job done.
Here's Didi Gregorius, as he'll take a changeup here for strike one.
Boy, he has been a first strike throwing machine, hasn't he? He's hardly been behind in the count all game long.
Trying to hold the lead. Hit sharply toward the right side. That's in there. Base hit. And the runner from second will stay put at third, so they're runners at the corners now with one away.
And you get the sense now that they're getting closer and closer to breaking through here. Well, that'll make it first and third now, and they've got a good chance here to break that string of zeros.
So stepping in, Aaron Hicks, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. From the stretch, here's the pitch. In tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. Oh, and he had him guessing there, and it's a ball in his. Runners are at first and third, one away. Line toward the alley in left center. Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And the run is in to score from third. It's 1-1.
Yeah, I don't know. I wasn't sure they were going to send him on that ball. This was hit awfully hard, but they decided to roll the dice and take a chance to score him, and it's going to wind up paying off.
Carlos Beltran will step in. He's lined out and grounded out in 2 trips.
He seems to be seeing the ball okay, though, making some decent contact so far.
A fastball off the plate away. It's ball one. Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. And he looks at a changeup in there, 1-1. Here it comes on 1-1. Now a ball lifted high in the air towards shallow right center field. Calling for it, Ichiro makes the catch, and that'll retire the side. A run on 2 hits for the Yankees. Last half of the 5th coming up, all tied at 1-1. JT Realmuto comes to the plate as we get started here in the bottom of the 5th.
JT Realmuto.
First pitch on its way. And this pitch is taken on the inner half for strike one.
He's just cruising out there now. I'll tell you, this may turn into a game of first team to 2 wins.
The windup and the 0-1. Grounded up the first baseline. Bird is right there, and he'll take this to the bag of 3 unassisted for the first out.
The batter number 3, shortstop, Adeiny Echeverria.
Adeiny Echeverria is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try.
Yeah, and they fanned him on a fastball last time, so let's see if they come at him with the hard stuff again.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike one.
You can tell here, in his mind, he's thinking quick inning. He's not even trying to set guys up. He's coming right after them.
Oh, 0-1 count, and the pitch. Hit hard to short. Gregorius has it. And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2.
Adam Conley.
Adam Conley comes to the plate looking to put the ball in play. He went down on strikes last time.
Yep, they sent him packing last time, so maybe they have a pretty good idea of how to attack him again right here.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1.
And even though that is a strike, man, that thing is coming in so hard, it's almost impossible to get a level swing on. You're better off taking it and waiting for something you can handle a little better.
0-1 count. Here's the pitch. Chopped foul right at home plate. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Strike 3 called as he can't get the bat off his shoulders. Side retired. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. We played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Wei-Yin Chen will get the call here as he'll start the 6th inning on the mound.
Number 54, Wei-Yin Chen.
Alex Rodriguez will stand in to lead off the inning. Middle third of the lineup, 4, 5, and 6 as they try to get something going.
This whole lineup's been pretty quiet all game long. Just the 1 run. That's it.
And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Hit on the ground to third. Prado was there. Throw to first gets him, so the leadoff man's retired here to begin the 6th.
And that's what the 2-seam fastball will do for you. Running away, not just for strikeouts. Here he gets him to hit it on the ground for an easy out.
Brian McCann will dig in now. A single and a fly out for him in 2 trips thus far.
And now the Marlins bullpen will swing into action as a lefty and a right-hander start to get loose.
Chen's got his target. Here's the first pitch. Lefty against lefty here as this is taken for a ball. 1-0. Hard hit ball to second. Gordon is up with it. On to first, and McCann is retired here for route number 2.
The first baseman, number 33, Greg Bird.
Greg Bird digs in, coming off a single in his last at-bat. Watches a fastball right there for strike 1.
And guys, this has been just what the doctor ordered out of the bullpen.
Yeah, they needed him to come in and give him a strong inning, and he's done exactly that.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Moving under it, Ozuna. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. So the Yanks go 1, 2, 3. Still tied 1 apiece. Brendan Pinder will come out now and make his first appearance of the spring.
Number 57, Brandon Pinder.
D. Gordon will stand in to lead things off as the Marlins look to get things started here in their half of the sixth.
You know, guys, I love a guy like this leading off an inning for you. He makes good contact, and he can run.
Fastball in there for a called strike.
And you can see him trying to be a little bit more patient here. He's got 2 strikeouts already, but he's got to be careful not to fall too far behind.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. And he finds a way to catch the zone here. It's 1-2. Pretty clear the plan is to keep everything away.
And that's smart for most guys, but you've got to know your scouting report because this is a guy that can cover the outside part of the plate.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his 3rd strikeout of the game.
Ouch. That's a rough night at the ballpark here. 3rd strikeout. One thing you can't do, though, you can't go into that dugout hanging your head. You got to think, hey, it's over. I'll get another shot to redeem myself. Whether that's tonight or sometime in the future, that's the attitude you have to have.
In is Christian Yelich as he swings and misses at a first pitch fastball. 0-1.
Yeah, when that's upstairs like that, that's a pitch you've got to leave alone and make him bring something down.
Set to deliver the 0-1. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors in the game for the Marlins. Again, he sends it out of play. Ready with the 0-2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Beltran is there, and he makes the catch for the 2nd out.
Now batting, first baseman, Justin Bour.
Justin Bour stands into the box. He's 0 for 2 so far in this one. Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
1-0.
He'll hold off on the slider to start the at-bat. It's ball 1.
And if he can get himself into a fastball count, don't be surprised if he has a big cut at something. Maybe try and break this tie ball game.
Looked like a slider perhaps, but it missed badly, and it's 2-0.
2 tough sliders there back to back, and he couldn't get him to bite on either. Now he might have to change tack here, down 2-0.
Two and 1 after the foul ball there. Two balls and a strike. Here it comes. Here is a ground ball now for the shortstop to the right of second. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. Miami down in order. Score remains tied 1-1. Welcome back to South Florida. All square at 1 as we get set to start the 7th. But before we do, let's take a look at the game summary to this point. Brian Morris is on to pitch. Starlin Castro will stand in here to start the 7th in a game that's been sailing along to this point.
Yeah, good thing we don't get paid by the hour, man. This game has flown by.
And the first pitch of the inning here misses down and in for a ball. It's 1-0. Here it comes. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Gordon ranging into shallow right. He gets there to make the play for the first out of the inning.
Boy, he had to go a long way into the outfield to make this play. I kept thinking he was going to get called off, but he must have kept shouting for it, so he stays with it and pulls it in.
Here's Dustin Ackley. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. And it's quickly 0-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Smoke toward the hole. A diving effort here as he gets the glove on it. On the recovery throw is in time to get the out at first. What a heads-up play.
And that's a pretty good job of staying with the ball because he doesn't really panic after he clanked it. And then he just regathers himself and fires a strike to first to get the out.
Mark Teixeira will get the call to pinch hit here as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Mark Teixeira.
A called strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Hard ground ball. Defense played him perfectly. On to first, and this will remain a tie ball game as the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go the Bombers. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Chris Johnson is up off the bench as he'll be asked to get something started in the home half of the 7th. Brian Mitchell will get the ball now as he'll take over on the mound to start the home 7th.
Mitchell. Leading off for the Marlins, left fielder, Chris Johnson.
Now a swing and a ball hit in the air down the left field line. Ackley is under it. He's got it one away.
And you'll see where this pitch is. It's up, but it's up far enough that he can't quite get on top of it. And he winds up lifting a lazy fly ball.
Cole Gillespie will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning.
Gillespie.
High in the air out to center field. Hicks is under it. And he brings it in for the second out of the inning.
Yeah, 2 pitches, 2 outs here so far. Offensively, that's not the kind of inning you want in a tie ball game. You need to make him work at least a little bit out there.
Miguel Rojas will get the call to pinch hit here, as we'll see what he can do with 2 out and the base is empty.
Rojas.
High and away on the first pitch fastball there. It's ball 1. The 1-0 delivery. Chop foul at the plate. Strike 1. Ready to deal. Here's the 1-1. A good action on the two-seamer there, and it's 1-2.
And that's about where he'll sit with that fastball. 93, 94. And that's plenty hard enough to blow it by guys when you need to.
Now a swing and another fly ball here as things are getting busy out there in Central. Hicks is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. 1, 2, 3 go the Marlins. Still tied 1 apiece. Miguel Rojas will stick around as he'll take over in right field.
Now playing right field, number 19, Miguel
Chris Narveson will be summoned from the bullpen now as he'll take over to start inning number 8.
Chris Narveson.
Derek Dietrich will also enter as he takes over at third base. Giancarlo Stanton is also into the ball game as he'll assume duties in left field. Didi Gregorius will stand in, and it's a bullpen game now. Both starters out as we begin inning number 8.
Yeah, both starters are out, and since we're tied, both starters not going to be involved in the decision.
Ronald Torreyes is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Ronald Torreyes.
And he pours this one in at the letters, 0-1.
He's had a high strike zone all night, so even if you're on the bench, you got to be aware of that.
Lofted in the air out toward right center. Rojas On the move, he gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Time to give you a look now at the numbers for our two starting pitchers, and really nothing to write home about on either line, as neither guy was able to last even 6 innings.
Aaron Hicks digs in now after lining out in his last try. Mason Williams will move into the on-deck circle now to try to get something started here with one gone in the inning.
Mason Williams.
Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And here's a fastball called for strike one. Sinking line drive out to right center. Solid base hit for him, his first of the afternoon.
It wasn't just that he was getting fastballs there. He was getting hittable fastballs. This catches a ton of the plate, and he turns it around for a solid single.
So now a pinch hitter set to come on as Brett Gardner's grabbed a bat and moved into the on-deck circle.
Gardner.
Hit hard on the ground to second, and that'll just sneak past the glove, and it should be a base hit. And with that, the go-ahead runs up to second now with only one away.
Well, he got that first out easy enough when he came on, but now it's back-to-back hits here with one away. So he's going to have to bear down now and make sure that this thing doesn't get any worse.
Alex Rodriguez gets another crack right here. He's got a hit in 3 tries to this point. In there, strike one. A look here at the hits per side here in the late going. Hoping to keep it tied. Here it comes. Fastball, and he's quickly in the hole, 0-2.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like he's trying to get a ground ball here. He's coming right after him, trying to get a punch out.
Runners are at first and second with one away. High in the air and deep to left center field. Looking up is Yelich. And as Yankees fans hear on television quite frequently, see ya! A 3-run home run off the bat of Alex Rodriguez as the Yankees have taken a 4-1 lead.
Boy, I want you to check out the location of where this pitch is in the strike zone. It's up and it's right down the middle. I mean, maybe you get away with that to a 220 hitting backup catcher, but not to a guy like this.
Now pitching for the Marlins, number 4.
So with a lefty waiting, they'll go to a lefty of their own out of the bullpen here. Marlins have some action in the bullpen now as a right-hander is up and throwing. Romine will get a shot here as if in tight here with the first pitch fastball that's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Stanton has a read on it. 2 gone.
Now, once the sun goes down here, this place plays like a much different ballpark. Case in point right there. That ball had no carry whatsoever.
Chase Headley will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Number 12, Chase Headley.
In there, and it's 0-1.
Now, he might have been on the on-deck circle just saying, man, I get 1 at-bat, it's against this guy? Thanks a lot.
3 runs already home here. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Stanton has a beat on it, and that ends the inning. Another look at the big blow for the Bombers. A 3-run home run. Bottom of the 8th coming up. It's now 4-1 New York. Ronald Torreyes will stay in the ball game as the new shortstop.
Number 74, Ronald Torreyes.
Mason Williams will stay in the ball game as he takes over in center.
Mason Williams.
Brett Gardner will stick around as he'll take over in right field. Austin Romine will stay in the ball game as he'll likely do the catching from here out. Andrew Miller is on out of the bullpen now as he'll take over to start the bottom of the 8th.
Andrew Miller.
Leading off the inning, JT Realmuto, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, it's a close ball game, but it's starting to get late, so they need to get at least 1 back here in this inning.
Now a slider, and he gets ahead of him here 0-1.
Well, you get the sense that what they need is 1 big hit from anybody in the lineup. If they could get one, it could get them right back in this game, because right now they just seem out of it.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
Down 0-2 after 2 great sliders. He's got his work cut out for him now.
Jammed him a bit there as it's fouled at the plate. He's ready. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Can't quite get around in time to keep it fair, and it remains 0-2. And that's swung on and fouled straight back. Here it comes on 0-2. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out. And time to check out the line score for this spring training affair. Both teams working the kinks out as we play the 8th inning tonight. Adeiny Echeverria will dig in for the 3rd time now. He's struck out and bounced out in his first 2 trips. And he starts the number 8 hitter with a strike, 0-1.
And time's getting short here. You don't want to have to face that closer in the 9th inning needing 3 runs. They need to cut that gap down somehow.
The 0-1 pitch. To third. Rodriguez gloves it. The throw will be in time at first, and Miller's got it rolling here. 2 away.
The pitcher, number 40, Mike Dunn.
Tomas Telis will grab a bat and hit for the pitcher here.
Number 18, Tomas Telis.
And a check swing. Did he go around? No, says the first base umpire. It's ball 1. That evens it up, 1-1. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Swing and a miss as the slider sets him down for the final out of the inning. Miami down in order. They trail it 4-1. Always a party in Miami Beach, not too far from us here at Marlins Park, set to begin the 9th inning in this one. Carter Capps will come on now to start the 9th inning as he looks to keep this deficit right where it is for the bottom of the 9th. Striding in to start the 9th, Starlin Castro, as they'll look for some added insurance before the bottom half of the inning. Ninth inning begins as the first pitch is taken for ball 1.
I'll give him this. He's not intimidated up there. Well, that was inside. Close to triple digits. He didn't even flinch.
One and 0 pitch on the way. A little over anxious that time as it's a ball and a strike.
They haven't been afraid of coming right after this guy. They've made him have to swing the bat.
Smoked on the ground up the middle. And this will make its way into center field for a base hit, and the leadoff man's aboard now to open the ninth.
Well, this looks like one of those swings where it was just a flat-out guess. This is not one of those guys where you can sit off speed and then just react to the fastball. You're not going to just react to 98. But give him credit however he did it. He put a good swing on that ball.
Here's Dustin Ackley. Now a bunt attempt here. Here comes the 0-1. Barely able to make contact. Down 0-2 now. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Liner toward right center, and that's in there. Base hit.
And the rich keep getting richer. 2 straight hits to start the inning, and now they can really look to salt this one away.
Stepping in, Mark Teixeira, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
And this is his power side from the left side. He's got quite a bit more pop in that bat hitting left-handed.
Ground ball to second. This could be 2. Echeverria for 1. Over to first, and Teixeira's victimized by the double play.
Man, you get back-to-back singles to start the inning. Everything looking good. And then one pitch later, it all comes crashing down on the double play.
Snyder will be charged with the job of getting that guy home, as he'll pinch hit with 2 gone and a runner at third. And they start him out away with a cold strike.
That's not a bad idea right there. Take a pitch. Make sure you get a good look at him and what he's throwing.
On its way, the 0-1 pitch. Fastball called for strike 2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing with that.
Men on third with 2 down. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Set to deliver on 0-2. Here it comes. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. 1 left for the Yankees, but they lead it 4-1. Rob Refsnyder will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
Now playing shortstop, number 64, Rob Refsnyder.
So with a save situation on tap, they'll hand the ball over to a formidable force indeed, the very hard-throwing left-hander Aroldis Chapman. D. Gordon will stand in to start things off, as this top of the batting order hasn't found a whole lot of success so far.
In fact, just 1 hit between the 1, 2, 3 hitters combined. So apparently the table setters have not been getting their chores done.
Oh, and he lays one down here, and this is going to be a tough play. And the throw will be too late, so it's a bunt single to get him started here.
Man, he could flat out fly. I mean, once this thing got down, you figured if this is a fair ball, it's a base hit. That's almost too easy there.
Xavier Scruggs will come on to pinch hit now with a runner at first and nobody out. They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike one. Looks like he employed the slide step on that last pitch.
Well, maybe you see a little cat and mouse game going between the pitcher and the runner right now. We'll see who wins this duel.
That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Hard to call that an off-speed pitch when it's a changeup at 88. That's a fastball for a lot of guys in this league.
Nobody out, runner on first. And they really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Wow, a real sharp break to this thing. It's a slider. He starts it out over the middle of the plate. Now the hitter thinks he's got something that he can handle, and then this thing just makes a beeline right for his hands. That is a tough pitch.
Standing in now, Justin Bohr. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one.
That's just a great spot for the fastball against a hitter like this. Just off the plate enough to make him offer, but not good enough that he can do anything with it.
And he gets him to swing through that one. He's in control, 0-2. Seemed to quicken his delivery to the plate on that last pitch.
Well, you got to remember the slide step does two things for you. It gets the catcher the ball quicker so he can throw a guy out, or it will hold the runner on first so he doesn't steal at all.
Chapman sets, looking for the strikeout here on 0-2. Hit in the air to left field. And that's taken in by Ackley, 2 away now.
This crowd oohs and ahs every time this guy hits a fly ball. But he didn't get all of that one, and it's pretty much a can of corn.
Giancarlo Stanton makes his way to the plate, needing to make something happen. They're down to their final out in the 9th inning.
That's not looking too good for him anymore, but you know what? There's no clock in this sport, and that's for good reason. You've got to fight for all 27 outs.
Here's the first pitch to him. And he lays off there, 1-0. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
And it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. You can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
Now we'll snap one off over to the bag. Just keeping him close.
Just keeping an eye on him.
Here comes the 1-0. That one's going to find the seats. Strike one. Now a snap throw to first. Runner's back. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. Taken, called, strike two, and now they're down to their final strike tonight.
And this offense has just been stuck in neutral. Even when they get a guy on to start the inning, they've got nothing to go with it.
2 out with the man at first.
Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Yeah, and when that pitch starts off outside, it's much easier to get a better view of it and then just lay off.
Now a snap move over to first, and he'll get back in standing. All even at 2-2. Here it is. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. Even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Tried to fool him with the changeup, but he won't offer at it. 3-2.
And obviously a walk here would be a huge development in this game with 2 outs in the 9th inning. You don't want to bring that tying run to the plate.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Good battle continues as this ball's chopped foul at the plate, and the count remains 3-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and that'll do it here as the ball game is over.
Oh, that's just flat out nasty. Chapman's got to be the guy you least want to see out there in the 9th inning. He gets the final 3 outs here, and he picks up a save.
One more look at the final line score there to see the great pitching performance that led his guys to the victory. And it's a good thing we don't give out actual trophies, because this guy wouldn't have any more room in his house. Alex Rodriguez is our top player of the game.
Yeah, he came through with a couple of hits, but more importantly, that big home run, which really led his guys to this victory.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. The Yankees come out on top, 4-1. Good night from Miami.
Our final line score tonight. First for the victorious Yankees. 4 runs on 11 hits. 1 error. They left 6 men on base. For the Marlins, 1 run on 3 hits. No errors. They left 3 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 48 minutes. A reminder that Marlins shuttle buses are available outside Marlins Park with service to the Culmer Metro Rail Station.